because you never think about the elasticity. If you want your tissues around your face and neck stay elastic, you need to work on the whole body. Your face is connected to your feet. Impossible. Impossible. There is no other way. Your sagging face and double chin. Let me break it down what to do. What particular movements will gonna help you without any cosmetic procedures and surgeries. So I'm Zarina Delmar. I am the creator of my 3D movement method. It is the combination of natural human movements, of the principles of natural human movements, of the neuroscience, of the biomechanics, and modern movement science. So I am giving the practical approach on how you can take care of your body, keep and preserve the main qualities of a young body. So the main topic of this video is the state of your face, your double chin, and the way you can help yourself irrespective of any genetics. Genetics is great. I have the Asian one, you have your own. But if we do not help our body, support our body on the tissues level, nothing will gonna help us, even the surgeries. The effect from the plastic surgery may last from 1 year to 5 years, and that's it. The risk is so high, but even if you're thinking about the surgery, think about the way you're gonna support your body, your face and your neck after the surgery. You need to watch this video till the end if you wanna learn all movement techniques from my 3D movement method. So let's start right now. I will gonna explain you, and I think it is so obvious that the main quality of a young body, the face and the neck, is the part of the body. The main quality is the elasticity. Have you ever thought about the elasticity? I think most of you now know everything about the strength. We need to lift heavy. About the mobility, we need to be able to move our bones in our joints in the fullest range of motion. For most of you, mobility is equal to flexibility, to stretching. This is why even if you're training, even if you're lifting heavy, you still have these first or not first signs of a face sagging and the double chin appearing. Why does it happen? Because you never think about the elasticity. The elasticity is the ability of your tissues to create the tension, to keep the elastic energy, to absorb the force, and to distribute and redistribute this force through the entire body. And if you want your tissues around your face and neck stay elastic, you need to work on the whole body. This is just the very small part of your whole body. Your neck, the cervical region of your spine, is just the beginning. Then it goes to your thoracic spine, to your lumbar spine, to your sacrum, and to your pelvis region. Your face is connected to your feet. This is how we are constructed. I cannot give you just massage, silly massage. I think that all massage techniques are silly. If you work only on this region and you know that the problem starts here in your foot and the problem starts in the ability of your tissues to lengthen and to recoil elastically, how you can imagine that only massage around here or even of the upper part of your chest will gonna help you? Impossible. Impossible. I am taking my movements from the biomechanics, from the natural principles of ancient movement practices. Yes, you can think about the Tai Chi, the Qigong, the ancient dances. What is important in these movement practices? Yes, the elastic recoil, the ability to smoothly move between the different positions of your body, because your life is the constant creation of energy and force, then the absorption of the force and distribution around the body. If you have the problems with your tissues, not your skin, your tissues, and the problems with your jawline, that means that you need to pay attention to your neck, to your thoracic spine, to your pelvis and your feet. Let's start. I have been speaking a lot, but believe me, the knowledge is 80% of the result, because once you download the exact information into your brain and you start practicing, you're gonna get 100% result in a very short period of time. That's why I'm talking too much. I'm the researcher. I just passionate about your own body, and I'm getting more and more information and I am revealing it. I am giving it to you in the most just natural and efficient way so that you can start practicing movement, not exercises, not workouts, but movement. So with your face and with your jawline, whether it is defined or it lost its definition, even if you have certain type of your face, I know, girl, you may think that I am Asian, I have big bones, I have a lot of fat tissue in my face and this helps me. But no, even with your face type, with your body type, you still need to work on the elasticity. Remember, elasticity. So, neutral position of your feet. Your knees are soft, a little bit bended, and you need now to close your eyes and to realize, where is my head, where is my neck, where is my thoracic spine, my two shoulder joints and my hip joints, my hips. I am positioning everything in one line. Your left shoulder, your left hip, your right shoulder, your right hip, and your head and neck in the center. And you're looking forward, and you always need to remember that you have this line from your chin to your nose. You can put it, you see, this line. It is so important that every time you have catched yourself, you have noticed that you are bringing your head down or forward, remember yourself about this position. And for example, you've been sitting a lot during an hour or more. Now stand up, find the grounding position, feel the alignment. This is how you organize your body. Put your fingers in the way I am putting it and look forward. Look forward and start just shaking your shoulders, your knees, your hip joints, and bouncing on the padded areas of your feet. Bounce, feel. Of course, when I'm talking about the grounding, I mean that you need to take off your shoes. Just remember, the padded areas of your toes is the basis of your jawline. Just do it and you will see great results. So we are figuring out the position of our head. We're looking forward and we are just starting shaking ourselves. You think it has no connection with my face, I'm moving my body, but this is how you start creating the elasticity of your tissues, and you have this continuous fascia web around your body. So your tissues are not just as your muscles, separate group of muscles. It is the one continuous web, and you need to work with your body, thinking about the continuity and about the coherence. Now you're looking forward. It is so important that you keep this line and you start shaking yourself for 45 seconds. Nice. Now I'm gonna ask you to put your hands on the top of your head. Keep your knees soft. Do not lock your joints. And start putting your head down and press into the head. Press. And now I'm going to ask you to move your forehead forward and keep the tension. So the tension means that you are not just trying to mimic the movement and without feeling what is happening. The tension means that even when I put my hand on my head, I am pressing, and through the press and putting your head down, what you're doing, you're lengthening your neck. And once I understand that this is my maximum, the maximum range of motion, you start moving your forehead or your nose a little bit forward, but keep the pressure a little bit forward, and then up, and then look into the ceiling, and then a little bit backwards, like you're trying to put your head, for example, on the higher chair or table. And now again, you put your forehead, your nose, your chin down, and you're moving your chin along your chest, keeping the pressure, and forward, up, look into the ceiling, then go a little bit backward, but do not compromise your lumbar spine, and again move in the same direction. And you're gonna move in this direction for 45 seconds. It should be very smooth movement. Just remember, the bones of your head are really movable, even if you're an adult. The vertebra, the cervical part of your spine is really movable, and you do not need to create too much tension, too much movement. Even this smooth movement will help a lot. With what? With the elasticity. And we have the opposite direction. So the direction was down, forward, and up. Now let's put our head up a little bit backward, and then forward, down. So we are using the opposite direction now, and we're doing it smoothly. You're gonna feel like your neck is moving, your jawline is moving, and you keep pressing into the head. Again, just 45 seconds. But feel how your neck and your forehead and your nose and your chin are moving forward, and then vice versa backward, the fluidity. But as you may have noticed, we moved only our shoulders a little bit, our neck and our trapezius. We need to bring it further, to bring the movement into the whole spine, and we're gonna do it with you right now. Maybe you need to put your foot apart more, wider, and you're gonna start with creating this nice curve in your cervical spine, then you're going down your thoracic spine, then you're going down with your thoracic spine, you now feel your lumbar spine, then you may bend your knees more, you may tuck in a little bit your tailbone, and you move your forehead forward and up. And once you try to put your head up, you are tucking out your tailbone, and you create this nice curve, supported curve of your spine, and you're going backward to the center, a little bit backward and again. So I need you to do the whole wavy motion. So once it is the maximum of your bending, you start to extend with your tailbone and with the top of your head. Nice. And you go up, up, up to the center, a little bit backward. And when I'm going backward with my head and my T-spine, I move my pelvis forward. This is how I create nice environment for my lumbar spine. Usually the region of your body which hurts, it is the first sign of the tissues stopped managing the force generation, absorption, and distribution around the body. This is the biomechanics. You may not want to know it, but you should. Once you hit 40 years old, it is inevitable. You need to gain more control of your body. And in order to create more control of your body, you need to download more knowledge into your brain. But the downloading of the knowledge means that you start practicing the right movement sequences, which are my 3D movement method. Let's go, let's do it. So this is the way then in which I feel. This is the maximum. This is the maximum of my contraction, and now I need to lengthen. And I am exhaling, I am inhaling when I'm lengthening, and I'm going down, and I'm doing it super, super softly. And speaking about the 3D movement, I have my notes here, but I remember everything. This was the wavy motion, which you need to practice on an everyday basis. But it is only the sagittal plane. But you remember that you have the frontal plane and the transverse plane. That means that you feel yourself grounded. You may turn your torso to the right and do the same motion. You see? Additional plane of motion. And you can come to the center. Now you turn yourself to the left and do the same wavy motion. And you are controlling the position of your spine. You still remember, this is the maximum of my flexion, and I will extend through the tension, through the lengthening. I'm coming back. So, how else you can just challenge yourself? Rotate more. And now it can be less range of motion, but with more rotation. And here, this is how you are enriching the signals from the tissues, from the joints to your brain. And the feedback will be so rich that with this feedback, you're literally feeding your tissues. You need these signals from the brain. Once you start moving in the full diversity, you're sending the constant inquiry to your brain and nervous system. I need more. Bring me more. More hormones for my skin and for my tissues, more hormones and more elements for the bone density and for the smooth movement of my bones in my joints. You need it, and you can send this inquiry to your brain only through movement. There is no other way. That is why my 3D movement method is the innovative approach, the basis of which is the natural movement. This is the nonsense that now I call innovative, what is already installed into your body, but you forgot it because you've been told that you need just to lift heavy in one sagittal plane. And God bless, they all started talking about mobility, but they did not explain you the mobility, what it is. But the essence of the body is the elasticity, because once you start moving in the full range of motion, this is how you create the tension. You keep the elastic energy inside your body. You are absorbing force and distribute it. So you can move side to side with this wavy motion. You can move down and up, and you can move just using the spiral qualities of your spine. This is how you can you start creating your own movements, just knowing the basics. And this will definitely help you with your jaw definition, because you see, this is the spine, this is the posture, and the wavy motion is the main motion. If you start feeling that your face is dropping down and you cannot get rid of your double chin. I will give more about the 3D lifting of face and neck during my upcoming online class. You will find the link under this video. But if you watch this video after my online class has been finished, you may find the new link to my programs of my 3D movement method and my new program 3D lifting neck and face. You really need it. We are the generation of humans who have everything. We have everything, every instrument, but we lost the connection with our bodies. This is why we cannot live long with high quality of life, just having all these biohacking tools, all these supplements and all these, AI tools and AI gadgets. We need to rewire our own nervous system and brain. This is exactly what my 3D movement is doing. So let's keep moving. You may drop a comment, what body part is vulnerable, is weak, and I'm gonna give you the great movement sequence for this body part. But remember, in any case, this will be the whole body compound movements. Stay with me and move with me.